You hear that? You hear that in the background? Shh, it's a library. But when it comes to our mental health, we delay and delay and delay. So thank you for your contributions. And just to reiterate those sentiments, when there is long delay between developing a mental health challenge and getting connected to appropriate treatment and support, it's going to be more difficult in the long run. And so as a mental health first aider, we can play a role in getting people connected to appropriate support and treatments. And people are more likely to seek help if it's from someone close to them who suggests it. Hello, everyone. Jaleesa here. Hope you are well. So, I am getting ready to go to a podcast interview. Sorry if I look a little sleepy. My intention was not to record this early in the morning. It's not really early. It's actually just shy of 8:30. So, yeah. I wasn't intending on recording at this moment in time. I was just practicing with my tripod. I bought a new tripod. That was something I said I was gonna do. If you were able to watch my other video around my entrepreneurial endeavors, being a vendor at a local event. And so, yeah, my next investment was to get me a tripod. I have gotten that. I already had one, but it was a lot, like very big, very bulky. And so with that, it's called a Tona. I got that with the hopes to take you along with me as I'm preparing to head out to a podcast interview. And it's actually not going to be releasing until May. And so, but I just wanted to take you along with me, kind of give you a tour of what I'm doing, how I'm doing it. This is my third podcast this year. I had 2 in January. And like I said, this is my third one. So I'm excited. I'm hoping to get more. I guess the 2 in January made up for missing in February. So hopefully April, I'll have an opportunity or create an opportunity for myself, because that's what we're doing nowadays, right? But anywho, just wanted to jump on. Yeah, I didn't plan on recording, but I wanted to see how this looked and try this in hand to see how sturdy it was. Yeah, it expands and all the things. It's not just handheld, but this just like turned out so much better than me actually holding my phone, having a grip on it, and not having it fall out of my hand. I might be able to create some type of contraption for being in my car when I pull up to the location that I'm going to. Yeah, because I don't want to spoil it. All right, thanks for being here. Toodles. Hello, everyone. I have made it to my destination, and look where we are. We are at the Goodwill. I made it. I'm wondering if I need to go to the main entrance. Either way, hey, I need to get myself situated. I got here a little earlier, but you know, as someone who is always doing something, I was on a business call. So I'm here. I'm supposed to be interviewing in the next few minutes, but we are here. I asked them if I could record and videotape, but we're gonna see. So I can set this up, but yeah, let's see.
Okay, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Good Community Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Bosella, and thank you for tuning in. I think you're really going to enjoy today's program. We're going to find out about an organization that has been started by our guest, and our guest's name is Jaleesa Dallas. And welcome to the program, Jaleesa. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Well, we're excited to have you. And I want to ask you this. Now, your name, Jaleesa, is that a combination of two names that are special to you and your family?
It's funny you should ask because I've asked my mom this probably multiple times, and she's given me the same answer. So I'm assuming it's a real thing. But my aunt, one of her favorite aunts, is named Arlesia, and my father's name is Johnny. So I feel like she combined the two. And oftentimes I actually tell people, for people to remember, Jaleesa is actually a character on a program called A Different World.
Yes.
I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, but it was about students at a college. And the resident assistant there was called Jaleesa. And so that's how I kind of get people to remember. So it's twofold. It's family and socially something that I use.
Now you got me on that, like a little earbug here. Was Raven on A Different World?
No.
From Bill Cosby show? No.
You know what? She might have been.
Yeah.
She might have been, actually.
I thought I'd heard her name in connection with it, but we'll have to find out. That's for another day.
Yeah.
But we're here to talk about you, Jaleesa Dallas, and your organization that you started yourself. And I break it down to, is it called Go Brave? And then there's some more? Go Brave?
Yes, Go Brave Coaching and Consulting. Hello again. So I am sitting out of the building after my podcast interview, and so I'm excited. As you can probably figure, I was a little nervous. It's hard to put some things together that I want to articulate, and I have a tendency of saying, I apologize, or excuse me, or sorry, let me correct that. I do like this narrative thing, but anywho, as I do it more, I get better. And it also shows that I'm a human being. I make mistakes. Another human error, pro tip. If ever you're recording for a long period of time and you're using your phone, put your phone on Do Not Disturb. So yeah, in the midst of recording the podcast, it got shut off because of, I don't know if it was a phone call or a text message. It had to be a text message. And when I checked on it, because I got a phone call during it, and then when I checked on it, because I had a moment to do so before we even started recording, because it was perfect timing, because I remember the last time when I recorded, and someone called, or no, I recorded and my alarm went off. Ooh, which I'm glad I didn't have a later alarm, because typically I have a later alarm. But anyway, yeah, pro tip, put your phone on Do Not Disturb. Lessons learned through the process. And I know this in my mind, but I didn't take that into effect in the present moment. And I thought to do it, but I thought I was going to take an extra couple seconds to do that, and I should have taken that extra couple seconds, because part of my recording the entire thing was to actually critique myself on how I did, and I didn't capture the whole thing. I missed out on about 20 minutes of the conversation, which is only a 30-minute podcast, so only captured 10 minutes of which part of that was just preparation for it. And it's just like, oh! So the things that you think back on that you could have had more control over, but it just be like the little things. Granted, I know it can't be perfect, but I could have done things that were in my control to make for a better experience, or at least because I wasn't going to show you the whole interview, which will be fine, because what I captured I think will be good enough to share. But I wanted the whole video for myself, one, to pull additional content, because everything is content, and yeah, to just build my chops in doing this vlogging thing, and to essentially just know how I did the interview. And I know that we ourselves are our worst critic, but I at least could have pulled some things out that I'm like, ooh, yeah, next time I ask or answer that question, I need to revisit it. Yeah. Yikes. But yeah, we're done. So what I'm going to do is, because I'm going to be working outside of the house today, because as you know, I also have a 9-to-5. So I'm going to work outside of the house today. I think I'm going to head to the library to do that, and you can come along with me. So see you shortly. Guess where we're at? We're at the library. And so, we are here. I do not have a jacket on, simply because that's the sacrifice I'm making. It's a little chilly. It's a little bit warm, hopefully. Yeah, I do have the sun in my background, so you probably can't see me. I brought my little lunch pail because I wanted to be proactive with what I ate. I'm probably not going to be able to, I'll just turn it this way so you don't get the sun. I'm so sorry. But we're going into the library right now, and we're going to work from the library, like I said, since we are working outside the house, that is. We're going to the library. So here we are. That tells me, oh, it's 11:45, but yeah. Hello. It is a video. Yeah. To have people curious about what I'm doing. They're probably not used to, probably want to see my face as I talk. They're probably not used to people vlogging or videoing. But yeah, we're at the library. It's the library. And if you're familiar with the series, all that, yeah, it's the library. Shh, be quiet, it's the library. So I'm going to have to probably I'm gonna have to get a camera where I can see myself. But yeah, we're at the library. So apparently I can't record in the library. I don't know how true that is. I was gonna say the secretary, the security said that I could not, but I'm like, is this not a public space? Public property? Like, I can't? A library? But, so, this space is temporary available because, which I should have done, was went online and secured the space because I knew I was coming today. And so I will do that now to identify what room might be available for me to be in to have the 2 meetings I do have today, which will be happening within the next hour. So, because it looks like this room that I'm in is actually blocked off, because on the outside of the rooms, they actually show, the time blocks in red. Come on. Now, I know you didn't shut off computer because I didn't shut you off. And you know this place. We've been here before. Let's go. You hear that? You hear that in the background? Shh, it's a library. They say I can't eat in here, but I am, and it is. I ain't gonna make a mess. I hope not. Hello.
Hello, how's it going?
I'm well. How are you? Miss Jaleesa Dallas. Thank you all for joining. So I want to ask you questions before I get started because I kind of want to get to know what it is that's happening in you all's lives. So when you think of AI, chatbots, generative AI, what comes to mind? Is it excitement? Is it fear? Is it like, oh my gosh, what's going on in the world? What happens in your brains?
Fear.
Fear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It used to be fear, but I went to a couple courses about AI, and if we can use it to get rid of the mundane things we don't like using, it could really help us.
Yes.
If we're open to it.
I agree.
And if it's controlled, it's gotta be controlled by humans.
Yes. Yes. I saw a gesture of like, biting teeth. Hey.
There's a convenience to it where you don't have to talk to anybody. You
Yeah.
can interact with that, and that's all you want, you know.
Sometimes you just want to be able to kind of brainstorm and filter out maybe people's personalities and perspectives and opinions that aren't maybe relevant to what you're trying to accomplish. So kind of chat helps.
I'm a little bit concerned about who's in charge of it, basically.
Yeah.
You know, and are they gonna, right now it might be open, but are they gonna eventually make us all thinking a certain way that, wasn't supposed to happen? So I'm a little bit, leery of that, yeah, but yeah, definitely what she said, it's gonna be a good thing. And it's so surprising how fast it's going.
Yes.
That's
And
really.
believe it or not, you all have been using it already. Anybody know how we've been using it already?
If you Google something.
Yeah, when you Google something, the fact that it pops up like what you're looking for, we've been using it already. It's just a little bit more intuitive, rather, now that we have these AI options and different options. But today we're just going to be talking about ChatGPT specifically, because if I went on the full scope of everything that's generative artificial intelligence, then we'd probably be in here for, if not days, weeks, and probably even some months, because it's a lot that's out there now. And what I use it for is more so the ChatGPT and kind of answering questions, helping me to process different things. So we're only gonna cover kind of the basics, not anything that's too complex. But as I mentioned, my name is Jaleesa Dallas, and I am a multifaceted business owner because I tend to dabble in a few different things. But what I have found that it comes under the umbrella of cultivating courage. I know implementing AI in our lives requires us to take a little risk in this new thing that seems like it's taking over the world. So with that, I've more specifically worked with human services professionals and helping them to develop emotional intelligence for courageous living. Because I believe when we're more courageous, we do the things that we're afraid of, but it helps us to become better as individuals and helps us to push our community forward when we're trying to do new and innovative things.
Jaleesa did a great job of teaching us about AI hacks. It was my first time ever using it, and it was very, very helpful.
Thank you, Jaleesa. It was very interesting and I learned a lot. I was really afraid of the chat AI, and now I'm ready to use it. Thanks a lot.
Hi, I'm Sue. I've heard Jaleesa speak a couple times here at the library before today. She's always excellent. I Google every day about different topics and get ideas, but I did not know you could do ChatGPT with such specific direction and get lists and get everything that she just explained. So I'm going to be using this every day, thanks to Jaleesa. I don't think we should fear AI. I think we should use it to help us, and of course, add that human touch at the end.